today we're talking about the 2026 Can-Am Outlander 700s. We're going to do some myth and some fact busting, and I want to make sure you guys understand what you guys are getting in this package if this is something you guys are considering. We're going to talk about the pros and we're going to talk about the cons. We're going to talk a little bit about it both. We're going to start with the pros and we're going to go from there. So the Can-Am 700 is priced very well, about $7,500 before taxes. So I'd say you'll probably be right around just under 10 grand if you're financing it, depending on what your dealer marks it up at. Or a comfortable platform. The suspension's really dialed in on it. It's a capable unit. If you're using it on your property, it's probably going to be really good. I would say like for hunting as well, if you're going to be hunting, this is a great machine. It's a middleweight ATV, but the chassis on it's going to be very capable. They did some upgrades to the management. It looks like all the Outlanders clearly did. The exhausts are straight out the rear to keep the side panels a lot cooler where your legs are. So that's not just this unit. Once again, that's all the latest Outlanders that are coming out. Now, just so you guys know, it's called the Outlander 700, but this unit is actually a 650cc. I didn't know that. Now you know. Another thing that is need to be known about this, it obviously is a Rotax engine. Now, it's a single-cylinder engine. It's a single cylinder. So keep that in mind. It's going to have a very stable ride. It's going to have front independent double arm suspensions. So you know it's going to get through. It's going to be comfortable riding it. It has the upgraded P-Drive CVT and the redesigned shifter. So I'm glad it has the redesigned shifter because we got tired of breaking those. The P-Drive clutch uses rollers to reduce friction and wear, and it's a gated shifter now that moves smoothly from gear to gear without binding up. So, come on, guys. We've all done the rocking it back and forth, trying to put her in park, get her to go in reverse. Isn't that part of owning the Can-Am? But now let's talk about some of the cons. So, this thing's going to weigh nearly 900 pounds with a full tank of fuel. Once again, it's not actually a 700, it's a 650. Actually, it's heavier than the Yamaha Grizzlies. It's going to be a tall seat height. The seat height's going to be 38 inches, almost 37 inches, so it's 4 inches taller than the older generation and taller than most standard utility quads. It lacks a fully lockable front diff on standard models. So you're not going to get a front diff lock on this model. You cannot fully lock the front diff on this model at all. Unless you upgrade to the utility specific Pro or the XMR trims, you don't get Can-Am's fully lockable Visco 4-lock front diff. Standard trims are using the Visco Lock QE, which, come on, it's the 3-wheel drive, guys. It's the 3-wheel drive. So it'll be a little bit sluggish to engage in deep mud or snow. Stock brake and tire wear. It comes with 3-ply tires that are very thin and easily punctured by trail debris. And you're obviously not going to have the bead locks. You're going to have the single lever braking system. So the left handlebar lever operates both the rear and the front brake simultaneously. While it's powerful, advanced trail riders, we do prefer the front independent brake and the other brake. So my biggest thing with this unit, okay, now we're going off the straight facts. This is me talking now, okay? We're not reading off nothing. I would avoid a unit that is a single cylinder. I would almost rather have, I know it's on Outlander, but we have a 570 XMR Renegade that's a twin that I feel like would have more low-end power than a single-cylinder 650. And also, there's been lots of times where maybe we've got some water in one of the spark plugs on one of the twins, and we only got home off of one cylinder. If you haven't done that, then you actually haven't ridden. So I mean, we've done that a couple times on these Can-Ams. You know, we've gotten home in one cylinder. See the low price point, and you also see the fact, oh, it's a 700, so it's really close to 1,000. I think the best way to think about this would be, if you're familiar with sports bikes, I had a 500cc and I upgraded to a 600cc. The 500cc was a twin, while the 600 is a 4-cylinder, and it may only seem like 100 cc's, but it's like fields of a difference in power. So going from the single to the double, I don't know. I mean, it's nice that they made it bigger, but personally for me, I would stay away. I would go to an 850 or a 1000. There's no replacement for displacement, and not having the front diff lock I'm just so over the Can-Am 3-wheel peels. I'm over that. Left lever on the handle brake, that is front and back. I don't like that. So just if you're going through this unit, I would just go to an 850 or a 1000. That's just my personal opinion. I think you'll get a lot more features, and I think you'd be a lot happier in the end, and you won't have to deal with any buyer's remorse. Now, if you're just using this for hunting, for around your property, you're not doing anything major or technical with it, this might be the unit for you. Trail riding, mudding, and just going to the Hatfield McCoys and stuff and doing long rides. I don't know. Especially if like after a rainstorm, I don't know. I think I'd rather have something with front diff lock and 2 cylinders just in case. But what do you guys think? I'm just rambling. Like I said, that was my personal opinion. A lot of people, it's like when people go on the forums and they want to upgrade from a 570. They're like, yeah, I have a 570 now. I'm looking to upgrade, and they want to upgrade to a 650, and it's like, what's the point? Like, if you're going to upgrade from a 570, you need to go to like an 850. Like, I mean, I just don't think a 570 to a 650 to me is a lateral movement. I don't think it's going to feel that much different unless you're getting a brand new, the platform's changing. You're going from a Outlander to a Renegade, or maybe like an XMR spec. Like a 570 XMR is going to obviously be geared low. You're going to feel the gearing, you're going to feel the aggressiveness down low. So I'm just rambling now. What do you guys think of the Outlander 700? For me personally, I think it's a money grab. I don't even like the title. I don't like how it's called the 700, but it's actually a 650cc. I don't like that. And I think it's a money grab. If they would at least put the front diff lock on it, I think it may be worth the money. And if they would have done other tires on it than the tires that it comes with. But like I said, if you're using it for hunting and you're on the property, you're probably golden. But for what, some of the other consumers are going to be using it for out there, I don't know. I think I would shop the 850s at least. So leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear them.